Hello, everybody. Thank you for viewing and for dialing in to look at this presentation of Jobio. I'll just introduce myself very quickly. My name is Michael Quinn, and I am the head of Jobio US, obviously over here in the United States. Jobio is initially, we are an Irish company based out of Dublin. We have offices in London, growing into mainland Europe, France, Germany, Spain, and we're also over here as well now in New York. Since we are very successful in Dublin and London, the next natural stage for us was to come to the United States, and hence we're here in New York, which we've been since March. So what I'll do is I'll just take you through the presentation very quickly. It's quite a short presentation, just to give you a quick look and a quick bit of information about Jobio and how we work, as to how we're trying to I suppose, change how the recruiting industry works and to make things easier for companies to hire talent, and indeed to make it easier for talent to connect with companies. Okay, so I'll take you through it. We'll just go through the live slide, or we'll go through the slides here now, and then after that, I'm more than happy to ask any questions that you guys may have. Okay, so firstly, just a little bit about us as to what Jobio is. As you can see from the slide, we're a tech company, and we consider ourselves at the forefront of online and mobile recruitment. Like I said, we're connecting companies directly with talent. Now, what Jobio is all about, we're trying to, and not that we're trying to do it because we are doing it, we're putting companies in control of how they hire. Okay, and that's a key point here. And we're all about relevance. So we put, and just in terms of control, we put companies in control of their costs, in that it's, we literally nullify your recruitment spend, which is key. So as you guys all know, if you're using a recruiter and you're hiring somebody that's worth, or that you're paying $100,000 to, that's going to cost you between $25,000 and $30,000 just in order to get that person in, and that's just absolute nonsense. So we're getting rid of that. First and foremost, we put you in control with how you present yourselves. A lot of companies, when they're hiring, they don't actually show themselves off properly as to why a top talent would want to come and work with them. So talent has changed now. It's not just like, for instance, I'll just talk about the financial industry. You don't just go and you won't say, oh, well, I want to work for Goldman Sachs because of the name Goldman Sachs, or Morgan Stanley because of the name Morgan Stanley. Talent these days are very particular where they work and what jobs that they actually work in. So brands and companies need to make themselves a little bit more attractive to attract that top talent in. So we give you the tools and the ability to actually make yourselves look like a really exciting, cool company to work in. Whether that be adding in videos of your CEO or the head of the desk or the head of the department. What you do on Fridays, do you go out for beers after work? Do you have free coffee, etc., etc.? Like, do you have casual Tuesdays or whatever it is? And you make yourselves look like a really attractive place to work. And what we always say is that you'd never sell your house. If I'm trying to sell my apartment overlooking Central Park, I'm not just going to say, I've got a great view of Central Park, right? I'm going to show pictures of what my view is like of Central Park. So we kind of encourage companies to say, listen, this is where you'll be sitting, and this is the view out of your window, and these are the amenities that we give you, and just to show you, like show off your company as best you can. And finally, we cover we sort the problem of time and put you in control of your time. So what we do, and I'll go into it, but we give you a snapshot of a talent, and through that snapshot you can actually tell whether they're relevant or not, right? So you're not going to be wasting time relying on somebody else delivering you a load of people applying for a job. You're actually saying, listen, this person is relevant. We're going to bring them through the process, and we're going to interview them, right? But so we give you enough information on them to warrant that interview, so you're not actually wasting your time, right? So there's nothing worse than having somebody come in for an interview, and after 2 minutes you realize this person is absolutely, firstly, they're useless, and secondly, they're not a right fit for our company, and they're not the right fit for this role. Okay, so just to continue on this slide, we create a jobs marketplace. So what we do there is that the talent who use Jobio, right, like they can use you can use it on your laptop, your computer, your mobile phone or your cell phone, and you essentially just download the app, and then you just apply to jobs that are relevant to you. So you see the jobs coming in to Jobio, and then you go, right, that's a good job for me, I'm going to apply to it. And it's literally just a switch of of a button, a bit like a Tinder. You just switch left or right, yes, I want to apply for that job, and away you go. So talent can make themselves, so we're looking after talent and the company, so the talent can also make themselves look attractive as a really good hire. Right, so they can add in photos, they can add in videos, they can add in their Twitter feeds, their Facebooks, whatever that they want, and we make the whole thing live and digital. Okay, and that's one thing that we do, and we're the only company in the world that actually do this. We have, we deliver the company a live ATS, and an ATS is an applicant tracking system, and we're the only live ATS in the world. So what that means is that talent apply digitally, and that's where talent need to be now. They're fed up sending in resumes that just get printed out, filed away, or thrown out. So we are ending that automatically. So what we do is we're live and we're digital. So you send a digital bio or a digital resume into this job, and then the companies see this bio, and through then the tools that we give the company, they run the process from start to hire. So the different folders, etc. And what I say by live is that if you, for instance, have 3 really good people for one role, and you hire the one person, and the other 2 people that were really good, maybe they just didn't have enough experience for the role right now, you can put them in, say, like a simmer folder, or like a come back and look at folder in a year or 18 months. And then say you're going to expand on that role, or like the division's getting bigger or something, and those 2 people, you remember them and think, look, they were really, really good. What you can do is you can actually click on them because they're on Jobio. Once they update their bio or their resume, you actually see that updating also, right? So it's not as if then you go back to them and go, here, Johnny, I need you to send back in that resume again at an updated version. It's very easy for the talent to update on Jobio. They just literally update their bio. And then once they update that, you're also updated. So you get the updated version within your platform. Okay, so that's the one thing we do. So that marketplace is where all the talent lives, and then the companies post the roles, and then the talent then applies to these roles as they see it, and as long as it's a suitable role to them, and then they apply. Okay, so like it says at the bottom of this slide here, you help companies saving on costs. I've already explained that. You're saving on time. I've already said that, and you're attracting better talent, and that's because talent now can apply better and easier, and you're seeing people become creative, and you're seeing people who really want to show themselves off properly, not just a piece of paper, but to show themselves off in a live format and put in a little bit of effort to make them the best candidate for the role. Okay guys, we'll go on to the next slide, and essentially it's what we're fixing and how we work. Okay, so basically we're like we believe, and it is a broken model, recruitment. So as I said, we're putting you in control of what you spend on hiring. You should only pay for relevance. And as I said to you, we give you a snapshot of each applicant that comes in. And this is how we make our money, is that, so for each, so say that you get 40 people applying for a job, and that snapshot, it's literally a screenshot of this person's talent, which I'll show you a screenshot of now. But essentially, what you do is, if that person is relevant, right? So of those 40 people who applied for the role, if 10 of them are relevant, right? And you think 10 of these people are actually, they look great. They're like in terms of their bio, it looks great. Their education is what we're looking for, and their experience is what we're looking for. What we're going to do is we'll accept them into our talent pool, and then what we do there is you pay us $2 to accept them into your talent pool, and with that, then you get all their contact details and then their full resume and bio, and then that's it. The cost to you is $2. So if you take out of those 40 people that 10 of them are relevant, you pay Jobio $20, and that's it. So if you hire them or not, it's up to you, right? Whether you bring them in for an interview, it's up to you. You pay us $2, and that's it. So you can technically hire somebody for $2, which is how we're nullifying your recruitment costs. So like if you've got a budget of 100 grand, you're like no matter how big a company is, you're never going to spend 100 grand using Jobio, because it's $2 per acceptance, and you're literally just saving yourselves a huge amount of money. So if like we get a lot of people in HR who are actually thanking us because they're going to their head of department, or they're going to their COO or CEO or CFO and go, listen, I'm reducing our recruitment spend from 200,000 down to $5,000, and they're just going, "No, that's amazing," right? So that's the kind of thing that we're doing. So the next slide is just how we deliver the talent. So there's a few reasons or a few ways how we do that. Firstly, the natural talent pool we have. So globally, we have close to 1 million people who are naturally looking for jobs, and some of those people are already working and they're just looking to see if there's something there that might appeal to them, and some of them are unemployed and they're looking to get work, right? Actively looking to get work. So that's in the natural talent pool. But what we also do is, until like 1 million people globally, grand, but in the United States we have about 80,000 natural talents. But what we do, which is really, really good, and it's a great way of saving the companies using us some even more money, is that we use the top aggregators to post your role. So not only are all the talents on Jobio seeing this job posting, we also post it to the top aggregators on page 1. So essentially, in every city, like the way that it works in the United States is that if people are looking for jobs, they go into the aggregators straight away, and they put in the city that they're looking to work in, and they input the sector that they work in, right? And what we make happen is that on the Indeeds and Simply Hired and the Glassdoors and the ZipRecruiters and Job Rapidos and all these guys, is that once they're being used, your company comes up on the first page. And a lot of companies, like that's quite an expensive procedure for a lot of companies. So we cover that cost on your behalf, right? So that's what we do. So basically, we're guaranteeing you that people are definitely going to see your role, right? Which doesn't happen a lot. So anyone looking for a job within the city that you're posting for, and within the sector that you're looking for, people are looking for jobs in that sector within that city, they're definitely going to see it. So whether it's coming from our natural talent pool or whether they apply via the aggregators to your Jobio account, they're going to see it that way. And we also use social media like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, etc., and we use the Google AdWords as well. So we've everything covered. So basically, we're telling you that once you post a job on Jobio, we go then to work not just within our natural talent pool, but we go to work social media, the aggregators, the Google AdWords, so people are definitely going to see your job posting, okay, which is going to guarantee you talent. So I explained about what the snapshot is, okay. So this snapshot just essentially saves you a huge amount of time, and it gives you, particularly the people who are looking then to hire, so your talent acquisition team, your HR team, they can make a very quick, educated decision whether this person is worth an interview. Essentially, is what we're doing here, right? So this is an example of a snapshot, and this is how a snapshot looks, right? It's just, for instance, here we're just doing it for a tax accountant, right? So what we're trying to tell you is just stop wasting time interviewing unsuitable candidates. HR and talent acquisition people should just be interviewing relevance, right? And that's what we're trying to do. So this gives you in advance a very good, like a good insight as to whether this person is going to be a good fit for your company and a good fit for this role. And we also use a term called killer questions, and that helps you narrow down further who the best candidates are, right? So as you can see here, we give you the name of the person, we give you the current role, if there is a current role. If there's not, they just say I'm currently unemployed. A quick bit about themselves. So the bio is, hi, my name is Michelle. She tells you, listen, look, this is where I'm living, this is what I'm into, etc., etc. Give you their previous experience, gives you their education, and then killer questions that the company makes themselves, okay? So this is very simply done on our platform that we give you that enables you to post the jobs. So essentially, it's like, look, are you actually working in the States? Are you proficient in X, Y, and Z, which might be relevant to your job? And from that snapshot, you can actually say, right, this person is perfect for the job, accept. And once you accept, you pay us $2. If you pass and say, well, this person is not perfect for the job, I don't think we're going to bother wasting our time here, just click pass. And then what we do, another function of our platform is that when you click pass, an automated reply goes to the applicant, okay? And that is made by you as the company, and it will say, listen, Michelle, thanks for applying for your role in blah, 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 but you're just not for us right now. And what that does is it actually makes Michelle in this instance, not hate your company. Because the fact of the matter is that 75% of people who apply to jobs never hear back from the company that they apply to. So they automatically hate them. So like down the road, that could be quite bad for your company if Michelle, for instance, has a, she hates KPMG, for instance, and then she ends up working for Ernst & Young. She just goes, right, I hate KPMG, we're going to try and blow them out of the water. Like, it's a very extreme example, but that's what we're trying to avoid there. We're trying to keep your brand in a positive light with people who you accept and people who you also pass on. Okay, so that's what the snapshot is, and that's really key, guys, into what we're trying to do here. The relevance part of it. So you're paying for relevance. Yes, Michelle is relevant to this role. It looks like from her bio that she's going to be a good fit into our company and what we're all about, and her education is perfect. She's answered the killer questions perfectly. Let's get her in. That's $2, and that's it. Whether you hire Michelle or not is up to you. You just pay us $2. So again, we're not taking 30% on Michelle if you do hire her. We don't care. It's up to you. Okay. So I'll just move on to the next slide. And guys, this is just a simple setup. It's just the tools. It's literally that there's no IT required at all. It's just extremely simple to do. You can do it yourself. So your talent acquisition team, your HR team, a team of 1 or 2, simply just do it themselves, or you just let us do it. And so our client services team and our tech team will actually build your bio up for you. Okay. The jobs posts are all free. As I said, you have access then to all our natural talent and also then to the top aggregators. You manage your applications digitally, which is also key. I mentioned that at the start. So the whole process is done digitally. There's no more paper. There's no more printing out resumes, putting them in a folder, forgetting about them. These guys are live. You run it through the process from start to hire, and we make it really, really simple for you to do. Next slide. This is just an example of some of the companies that are actually using Jobio. So as you can see, there's some pretty big ones there. But we don't just cater for the big ones, we cater for the small guys as well. So we're trying to build up our, to grow with your company. So if you're a small company, we have a team, we take care of the smaller size companies, and they're experts in helping you grow and helping you, advising you on how to set up your bio within Jobio, how to make yourself look as good as you can, and then help you to go through who these guys and the applicants are, and just guide you along that way. So as you grow, we grow. So like maybe this time you might be hiring 3 people, in 6 months' time you'll be hiring 10 people, in 2 years' time you're hiring 40 people, and we just want to be around for the ride. We want to be the tool you use, and we want to be the company that connects you with the best talent. You can see some great names there: Dropbox, Uber, Yelp, Salesforce, Comcast, Patrick Hotel Group, and SurveyMonkey, even Airbnb, and they're just some of the really big names that we have using us. Which is great. The bigger companies, look, like they don't really need us to help them attract talent, but they need us to make their process easier, which is the digital aspect, the ATS, the digital side of what we're doing. And it's just really simple. So, for instance, if you're applying to Unilever gets, like in New York alone, hundreds of thousands of resumes in a year. We just make that process so easy for their talent acquisition team, their HR team, just to go, right, in, out, run them through the process, interview process 1, interview process 2, interview process 3. I'm adding notes in interview process 1, so if the next person interview process 2, they can see all the notes they've added. All right, so Michael thinks that Jennifer is really, really good at X, Y, and Z, so I won't ask any of those questions because we already believe that she's good there. I'm going to ask her the questions about A, B, and C. And then, right, these are my notes on Jennifer, put her into interview process 3. It's just a really, really simple way, easy way of running the whole process. And you can literally have people in San Francisco, New York, London, Hong Kong, Sydney, looking at the same person at the same time. It just depends on your company as to who you want to have access to the Jobio platform. Okay? So, guys, here's just I'll look at some testimonials from Unilever, testimonials from Yelp, and this, and look, you know, that's a great pool of talent, and that the whole way the platform has helped them make it make the process enjoyable, and it's just like the enjoyment comes from talent acquisition teams now not having to cipher through thousands and thousands and thousands of paper resumes, like, because in that instance there, we're also helping the company there, because in that instance you're also like you don't read every single resume.
like after you've done 10, you've done 10, you're like, God, I'm already out when you order what to do, and you're just cycling through, and you're missing top talent. And the way that we do it is it just makes it so much easier for you to make sure that you're getting every top bit of talent in, and no one's slipping through the gap. It's very easy to read about them. It's very easy to see if they're relevant, and it's just a great way to run the process, as I said. So just finally, we're online, so you can use it on your laptops, you can use it on your computers. We're on mobile, so you download our app. Everything that you can do from a company standpoint, you can actually do on your mobile or on your tablet by downloading the Jobio app. You literally run the process. You can see in the screenshot on the right there, it is literally like Tinder. So when you see that bio there and you see the snapshot that we give you on the phone, you literally swipe left to not accept them, and then the reply goes out to them automatically, or you swipe right and you do accept them to come into your talent pool and you pay us $2. But let me just add as well is that there is a free 3-month trial before any payments made. Even though the payment is absolutely minimal, it's a 3-month trial anyway. So you can actually, in 3 months, you're going to pretty much know if we're delivering you quality talent and if you're happy with how we run the process for you and how our platform works. So guys, then I'll just finish off. Here's all my details. We're based in Bryant Park in New York City. As I said, I'm the head of US Sales and Operations here in the States. There's my cell number if anyone would like to call me, if you want to email me to ask any questions. That'd be great. It'd be great to hear from you. Otherwise, guys, if anyone has any questions, I'll gladly answer them now. There'll still be no questions submitted, so what I'll do is I'll just give you a few more minutes if anyone wants to add a question, and if so, I'll answer that question straight away. If not, I'll end the webcast, so I'll just give you a few more minutes there to see if anyone has any questions for me. And if you don't have time now to ask a question or to type out a question, please do make a note of my cell phone number and give me a call on my cell number and give me a call, or just send me an email at michael@jobio.com. Okay, guys, so it just seems that I've getting no questions, and so what I'll do is I'm going to end the webcast. Thank you all for taking the time to listen and to have a look at the slideshow. Again, if there's any questions, please do call me on the number provided on the last slide there, or email me at michael@jobio.com. Thanks again, guys.